stuff, so I said it's a good time to see how you
Oh, I had it rocking.
She's a rocking, but you have good taste in music, so that's okay.
I had it rocking. Well, I play everything from AC/DC to Conway Twitty.
You did. You had them all going
Had it
on.
all. Dixie Chicks.
Yeah, Dixie Chicks.
And then I think the next one that came on then after that was Baker Street. There was a bunch of... I'm running out of tunes. I think there's only, what, 16,000 tunes on the iPad?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You got a few to go through yet.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. You got it pressed out or
Yep.
bent?
That's a skid pan for the BX24. So the customer came in complaining that it was hard starting, and he wants a little bit of work done on it. So we're not going to go into detail with a big video today. Matter of fact, I didn't know we were going to do a video today.
Well.
It's your fault.
Yeah, can't miss out.
So he wanted a custom skid pan made for it to protect the fan, because last year, year before, we put a fan on.
We did, yeah. He tore his fan off.
He tore his fan off, and I'll just go get a fan just to show people with BXs what they're like. That little fan is on the transmission, down and under the tractor, and that bugger is about $12 to buy.
No, it's nothing but it's delivery.
And a lot of hurting to put it in.
You got that right.
A lot of hurting to
Well,
put it
you
in.
have to scrap the machine.
Yeah, and what happens is they're spinning over, they're on the dry shaft, and that's spinning over, and a branch gets up or a twig and starts tearing all the impellers off, or the fins off the impeller, and the next thing you've got a situation where she could be running hot, and which is detrimental to that transmission. So guys, if you're doing an inspection in your tractor and you don't have a skid pan, get up and look underneath and make sure that your fan is okay. If you go in tall grass, it might be a concern. Now, some of the later BX25s and 25Ds got what I refer to as a very poor excuse of a skid pan. And I don't know, I suppose it helps, but in my opinion, it's not the greatest design in the world. So this one didn't have any at all. So when he brought it back to be repaired, he said, well, while it's here, you might as well make me up a skid pan. So that's basically what I'm doing. So, you know, there it is, some holes punched in it. And not so much for cooling. It'll be no trouble for it to cool. But if there's any water or debris gets in it, it'll be able to drain off. So when I come back, I'm going to, when we come back, I'll show you exactly where it's going to go, or what it's going to look like even. And maybe I should take the camera and just get up and under and show people what it's like underneath.
That's right, we're here.
Okay. For those of you who do not know what it's like underneath one of these little buggers, here we'll get in under and I'll see if I can show you. Well, there's the fan there, guys. So it's pretty well exposed. There's nothing there to protect it in this case. And there's also the transmission filter, the HST filter right there as well. So this guy's going to be working in an area where there's going to be a lot of rock. So he wanted to protect that area. So that's the order of the day while we're waiting for parts for this thing. So it's a nice little project, and hopefully it'll work out good. But I will come back and show you when it's done what it looks like. With regards to why it's in here, its complaint was it was hard starting. It's been really cold temperatures here lately, but it's been very, very nice weather outdoors. Just cold. So I suspect a glow plug, and also there's a problem with the ignition. I'm not getting full feed out to the glow plug, so we're going to look into that. Also, there's a lot of water in this fuel. He was gone away to work for an extended period of time, and so we're going to change over the filters. We're going to put a new filters on it. We're going to drain the system, and I have some fresh fuel there that we use in our own tractors, and it's treated fuel. So we're going to go ahead and refuel it with some fresh fuel. And that should take care of that job.
Hello again.
I'm working. You don't need to be checking on me.
They were working.
I'm making another extension for the guard, for the skid pan. So anybody who's not used to seeing an iron worker, come on over this way carefully, because this is like an environmental hazard area.
Oh, there's cords and cables everywhere.
That's a notcher. How that notcher works is like that. Yeah, so you're supposed to put the guard down, but if I do that, then the people at home won't be able to see it. So don't do as I do as I say. Never use it without the guard down. Okay? So we're going to cut that section out now. Cool or what? I never like to leave sharp edges on anything, so. Then I gotta bend it, and then I got to notch it a little bit, so we'll come back and I'll show you some notching later on.
Okay, ready to do more notching?
Yeah, I modified this a little bit since you can come on over here. Watch your step though, because of the plasma cutter and everything. I modified it a little bit. So I'm going to cut 8 or 6 or 8 holes here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 actually. And that's going to be for cooling. So that's what I'm going to, that's what I'm going to attempt to do, okay?
Okay.
So I don't know if you'll be able to get much of a picture here. Remember one time we used to do this with a milling machine. It would take an hour or more. Yep, made up all of them. I made up them, they just pull off and you go dump them. Yep. Well, you used to after when you first bought it. I said, my Lord, what a way to build anything. So now I got to go over and I gotta bend it. So I gotta bend it. I remember when our youngest used to be out, well, of course I had the lathe in the other shop.
That's right.
And I'd be out and I'd be cutting brass. And just to give him a job, I'd say, Daniel, can you clean up the lathe for me?
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So anyway, I used to look around and say, boy, he really did a good job cleaning it up. Could never figure out what he did with it. I remember one time you were cleaning out his room, and you found a pile of brass cuttings.
Yeah, and end caps and everything.
He was saving them.
Yeah. I didn't have the heart to throw out the end caps. They're still around.
Yeah. He kept saving them, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I pulled out this little box and it was awful heavy.
Yeah.
But when I looked in it, it was full of brass ends.
He was keeping the metal cuttings.
That's interesting.
Not the curly stuff, just
No.
the end pieces and stuff.
Yeah, like you have an inch or 2 inches or something
Yeah.
on the end. And
He would throw it out.
well, it was shiny, so he liked it.
Yeah, amazing, eh?
Yeah.
Well, it was a good thing he wasn't a fish, because the minute you'd put a chrome lure in the wire, he'd be caught.
He would have.
Eh? You know, so now I got to bend that to this angle. So,
Yeah,
I should use a small brake for that, but I'm going to get lazy, and I'm going to use this one. Again, this is ones that we built when we were doing forklift.
Oh, yeah.
Eh?
I can't even put a date on that.
Yeah, when we did forklift, I built them. Yeah, make sure that I'm doing this right. Gotta get her perfectly square.
I guess it's distracting when we're all watching.
Well, I don't care so long as they all don't get in my way.
Not much room here for them.
No. No, there's not, but that's it. They don't mind, I don't think.
No, you need a lot of space when you're on the job. You need a lot of things taken out when you're on the job.
Yes, yeah.
Well,
So, let me see. A little bit more.
you need a teeny bit more.
Little bit more. That'll do.
That'll do.
That'll do. Cool.
I can hear you, but I can't see you. Oh.
Typical friggin' boss. Stop and get it just a drop of coffee and I gets caught. I could be out there working for 14 hours steady and not stop. The minute I stop, you catch me.
I know, that's just the way it is. Well, you're working on your lunch, so that's okay.
I haven't stopped?
No, you haven't. We never took lunch.
No.
That's okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so the idea here now is when that last piece that you just saw goes on,
Yep.
I don't like having to put nuts in behind and hold the nut. So I got nuts put in behind this one now, and I'm going to just weld them on, the nuts. That way when this goes up in place, all you'll have to do is just put the bolts on. You don't have to worry about the nuts in the back, right? Now I could use special inserts, but the inserts are kind of clumsy in this case because the guy told me he's going to be using this in a very rocky area,
Right.
and I want to make sure that it's tank proof.
Okay.
You know, but technically this should withstand an IED.
That's strong. It should.
It should.
Hopefully he won't need it for that.
Hopefully not. Yeah. But anyway, you watch your eyes here now because I'm going to go welding.
Alrighty, you go welcome.
And for anybody asks, that's a Miller-Matic 252. The one under the other cover is a Miller-Matic 350p Dynasty 200DX and plasma 875 Spectrum. Miller? Yeah. Helmet is a Miller Elite. Underwear is Fruit of the Loom.
Okay.
What did I ask?
Too much information.
Don't know, but the socks, there's no tags on them.
No, no tags.
Probably some cheap ones you bought up to the dollar store.
Probably.
But it don't matter because that's where I bought all your Christmas gifts this year. So we're even.
Oh, yeah?
So if you want to show them what I got done.
Yes, let's show what you got done.
So they're staked on.
Your state done. Oh, yeah.
So-
they're going to stay where they're two.
Oh yeah, they're going to stay where they're two. So they come off there now. Then this got to go up.
Oh, you try and stay still.
Everything got to be bolted up there now. And then I got a couple of smaller brackets that I want to put on it. Then it comes down and it gets painted. And then while it's being painted, while it's being sprayed or while the paint is drying, I'm going to take it down and I'm going to take the fuel filters off it and drain the fuel tank because there's water in the fuel.
Oh, boy.
So that's what I'm going to do.
Okay, you're on the home stretch. Oh, gosh, that's nice.
Bracket. So I just got to weld this onto the skid pan, and then I All I have to do then is take it down, prime it, paint it. So when I come back then well, I'll show the finished result now when we get it back on and done. Cool?
Cool. Super cool.
Now there's the that's what it's going to look like. It never looks, and I never drilled anything on the tractor. I'm using all the existing holes or brackets. So
Wow, that's impressive.
that's coming along.
Yeah.
So I'm going to prime it, I'm going to paint it, and then I'm going to drain off the fuel. Oh God, I hear a beeper. I suppose that's not coming up here, something big. But anyway, I'm going to, like I say, prime it and paint it. Then I'm going to throw it on the machine after I get filters and stuff changed.
Sounds
You better
like
go
it's
see
getting
what that
close
beeper
to-
is. I'm getting worried. Okay, Rick, I'm down under the BX. You're looking at the front axle going along here. That's the power steering. And the play that's in the front pivot is caused by this nut here being a little bit out of adjustment. So you take out your cotter pin, you turn the nut clockwise until the play is just about out, and replace the cotter pin. And that's all there's to adjusting the front play in the pivot. So I hope that helped. Okay folks, here it is. That's the skid pan for the BX 24. And yes, 24. I meant to say 24, and it's now a 25. This one's a 2006 model. On ours, we went right up the full length of it. But the customer said he didn't care if it went the full length of her, so long as the fan was protected and the HST filter. So we're gone just before the fuel pump. So it's got, it's very, very strong. As you can see up here in the corner, if I can figure out how to use the zoom. Kathy got all this figured out now. I'm after forgetting about the camera. So anyway, you can see the bracket that I made, and it's just there for the existing bolts. I never had to drill any holes or anything as such, so it's pretty neat. There's a little bit of a kink on that hose, but that's the way it always was. So I think I might just slack up the filter and just turn it another little bit. That should take care of that. And other than that, yeah, so that's it. So all I got to do now is put the wheel back on it. I still got the forward filter to do. The one under here was replaced before I put the pan on, and I got to put I got to do a little bit of wiring and ignition and a few other little things. Then it's done. Okay, ignition switch. Unscrews, unplugs. But if you look inside, there's corrosion. So I'm going to put the new one on, and yes, I'm going to put dielectric grease in. Anyway, folks, I'm going to put the dielectric grease on, going to plug it in, and going to put some fuel in the tank, bleed her off, and see what happens. Okay, so this is the system that we got for fueling up. There's a spout here. The problem is with this is you have to have it vented. So Kathy, just come over here with your camera. This is what I got done. If the thing ever tipped over, the fuel can't run out because that nozzle is not pushed down. So just for a simple vent, this is what I did. So now it vents. So we shall go over here now and fuel it up. Like I say, there's treatment and everything already in this. I put it in when we fueled up the tank. How sweet it is!
Very sweet.
This is an automatic cutoff nozzle as well. fast, eh?
It is fast. Sure beats carrying around jerry cans.
Oh man, I don't like jerry cans. Jerry cans is okay if you got no other choice, but boy, I'm gonna tell you, do I ever hate fueling up with jerry cans. Been there, done that. Don't know if I want to do that anymore, to tell you the truth. So, take the vent out. And then, and away we go. So all I have to do now is bleed out the system, because I changed the two filters, the one below and one up top. And then we'll see if it starts. Complete.
Good news. She started.
Yeah, all done.
Well,
So,
I tell you, took a nice walk.
all day. All day, no break.
No break.
But that's it. Customer gets his machine back. So anyway, folks, hope you enjoyed it. I thought I'd give you a little short one. Left a bit out of this one. Oh, by the way, I know I'm going to get questions. How come you didn't show us how to bleed it? All you have to do is go to the video where it says full service on a BX25, and it's the same procedure. So that's the reason why I left it out. I don't like duplicating the videos. I try to keep them as original as I possibly can. I hope you have a little better understanding of what goes into making a skid plate. This is kind of a custom application. The customer asked for that type specifically, and of course I added a little bit to it, but it's safe now. And there it is. So I guess tomorrow it's a new day and more jobs. And next week we got a pile of stuff coming in next week. So anyway, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Well guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Take care of yourselves, be good to each other, and God bless.